Roy Keane points out key Anthony Martial problem at Manchester United. The Man United striker has endured a torrid time with injuries for the Premier League side. Roy Keane believes Anthony Martial cannot be depended on at Manchester United after another season littered with fitness problems. Martial was handed his second consecutive start for Sunday's Premier League clash at Nottingham Forest, having played 61 minutes in the Europa League quarter-final first leg draw with Sevilla on Thursday. The French international had come off the bench in the 3 previous games. With Marcus Rashford suffering a groin injury in the win over Everton earlier this month, Martial's goals could prove crucial if United are to secure a top 4 finish and compete for the Europa League and FA Cup. His 7 goals this season make him the joint 3rd highest scorer at the club, despite starting just 11 games. But with a congested schedule seeing the Reds play every few days, Martial's fitness remains a concern. And Keane admits that while the striker's goals are a positive sign, Ten Hag cannot rely on him throughout the course of a season. The problem, I think the managers mentioned it in the last few days, he's always worried there's an issue with his fitness, Keane told Sky Sports. He always seems to be injured. I know when he plays him his goal record is not too bad, but he just can't depend on him. Listen, of course he'll get a run as Rashford is injured, and I'm just never sure he likes that responsibility of being the main man. Again, listen, he'll probably score today. Another news is Manchester United's Marcel Sabitzer move depends on Bayern Munich. Manchester United will reportedly only sign Marcel Sabitzer on a permanent basis during this summer's transfer window if Bayern Munich drop their asking price for the midfielder. The 29-year-old made the move to Old Trafford in January, with the Red Devils signing him on loan for the rest of the season after losing Christian Eriksen to an ankle injury. Sabitzer has been in impressive form for Man United, scoring 3 goals and registering 1 assist in 13 appearances in all competitions. Ten Hag's side are believed to be interested in signing the Austria international on a permanent basis this summer, while the player recently opened the door on a permanent switch to the club. However, according to The Sun, Bayern will have to drop their asking price in order for Sabitzer to join the 20-time English champions on a long-term basis in the upcoming market. The report claims that the German giants want £25 million for the Austrian, which would involve Man United paying £20 million up front and a further £5 million in add-ons. The Red Devils are allegedly not prepared to pay that price for the midfielder, meaning that a deal will depend on whether Bayern are willing to lower their asking price. Sabitzer has featured on 8 occasions in the Premier League since his arrival at Old Trafford, while he has played twice in the Europa League, twice in the FA Cup and once in the EFL Cup. The midfielder scored a brace in Man United's 2-2 draw with Sevilla in the Europa League on Thursday evening, but he was injured in the warm-up against Nottingham Forest in the league on Sunday afternoon. Sabitzer made the move to Allianz Arena from RB Leipzig in August 2021, and he has represented the German side on 54 occasions, scoring twice and providing 2 assists. Man United head coach Ten Hag is said to be determined to add another midfielder to his squad this summer, while a new centre-forward is also expected to arrive. However, a recent report claimed that the club's transfer plans for the upcoming market are currently on hold due to the uncertainty surrounding the ownership of the club. Sabitzer's existing deal with Bayern is due to expire in the summer of 2025, and while the club's new head coach Thomas Tuchel is said to be an admirer of his talents, the German outfit will allegedly not stand in his way this summer if he wishes to depart. Another news is Manchester United considering Andre Onana's swoop. Manchester United are keen on signing 27-year-old Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana during the summer transfer window. Manchester United are looking to bring in a quality replacement for David De Gea if the Spaniard chooses to move on in the summer. And they have identified hat-tip fishages 27-year-old Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana as the ideal candidate. Onana has been an important player for the Serie A club, and his performances have impressed Manchester United this season. It remains to be seen whether the two clubs can come to an agreement regarding the 27-year-old's transfer at the end of the season. David De Gea has been a key player for Manchester United over the years, helping them win multiple trophies. However, he will be a free agent in the summer, and the two parties have not been able to agree on a new deal yet. There have been rumors that a new contract could be signed, and it remains to be seen how the situation develops. Even if the Spaniard decides to commit his long-term future to the club, Manchester United should look to bring in a quality goalkeeper at the end of the season. Dean Henderson could look to leave the club in the summer in search of regular playing time, and the Red Devils cannot head into the new season with just one recognized goalkeeper at the club. Onana has worked with Manchester United manager Ten Hag during that time together at Ajax. So the opportunity to reunite with the Dutch manager could be an exciting proposition for the 27-year-old goalkeeper. Manchester United certainly have the financial means to tempt Inter Milan, and it remains to be seen how the situation unfolds. A move to the Premier League would be an exciting new challenge in the goalkeeper's career, and he would get to test himself at a higher level. He has been linked with clubs like Tottenham as well. If Manchester United can promise him regular team time, there is no reason why he would turn down a move to Old Trafford. The Red Devils are expected to return to the Champions League next season, and they will be an attractive destination for most players. Our latest news: major boost for Man United after Kane delays Tottenham contract talks amid manager hunt. Harry Kane will only sign a contract extension with Tottenham Hotspur once a new manager is appointed, according to reports. The 29-year-old's current deal at the London club is set to expire in June 2024, with speculation growing over his future amid links to Manchester United and Bayern Munich. Tottenham will understandably be desperate to tie Kane down to a fresh deal, but if they fail to do so before the start of next season, they could be forced into selling him to avoid losing their record scorer on a free transfer. The England captain has had another typically prolific season, scoring 23 goals in 31 Premier League appearances for Spurs this term. However, Kane is allegedly desperate to win a major trophy before his career ends, something he has been unable to do at Tottenham. Now, according to a report from 90 Minutes, both Kane and Spurs are willing to delay talks over a new contract until they appoint a new permanent manager. Kane could force Spurs' exit this summer. Antonio Conte left his post as Tottenham manager in March, only to be replaced by his assistant, Cristian Stellini, until the end of the season. This came after Spurs had been knocked out of every major competition, and the Italian coach voiced his frustrations after a disappointing 3-3 draw to Southampton. So far, Stellini has won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1 of his 3 games at the helm, including Saturday's 3-2 defeat at home to Bournemouth, which dealt another huge blow to Spurs' Champions League qualification hopes. In terms of a new permanent manager, Burnley boss Vincent Kompany has recently emerged as a top candidate, while Mauricio Pochettino, Brendan Rodgers, and Chelsea target Julian Nagelsmann are also on Daniel Levy's radar. However, Levy will have to pick carefully if he wants to tie Kane down to a new contract. As mentioned, the 29-year-old is a key target for Manchester United, as Ten Hag looks for attacking support for informed striker Marcus Rashford. Bayern Munich are also poised to rival the Red Devils for Kane's signature this summer, so there is certainly no shortage of interest in his signature. There have been some reports that Man United could be willing to spend as much as £100 million on Kane this summer, showing how much Ten Hag admires him. As mentioned, if Kane turns down a new deal, Tottenham would most likely be forced to sell him this summer, so it will be very interesting to see how this story develops over the next few weeks.